go through the first few questions of the study guide for the test that I am giving to February 25th. We have March. The first few questions have to do with adding and subtracting or simplifying polynomials. Okay, so in the first problem, we wrote simplify the polynomial. We did not write it as two separate polynomials. You're just combining any like terms you see. So if you look at that polynomial, 4x squared plus 2x minus 8 plus 6x squared minus x plus 15, you need to figure out which terms are like terms and add those together. So the first term, 4x squared, can be combined with 6x squared because both of those have the same degree, right? They're both raised to the second power. So we add 4 and 6, and we get 10x squared. Now, if you look at our choices, all of the choices have 10x squared. So we can't eliminate any choices. We're not any closer to knowing which choice it is just yet. Now let's combine the next set of like terms. So if you look at 2x, we can combine that with this negative x. That's like negative 1x. If it doesn't have a number in front of it, then it's just one of it. And 2x minus 1x is positive 1x. So if you look at our choices, the only option is choice D because it has positive x. And let's just double check that that last term is also going to work out. Negative 8 and positive 15, if you add that together, you do get 7, which is what we see right there in the answer choice that we chose. So choice D is the simplified form of our polynomial. The next problem is adding two polynomials. So it's really the same thing, right? When we're adding two polynomials, we're doing the same thing we did in question 1. We're combining the like terms. So we always start with the highest degree. 5 is the highest degree. And let's see, are there any like terms? Negative 2x to the 5th power. Can it be combined? Are there any other 5th powers? Well, I see a 5th power right here. So I'm going to add negative 2x to the 5th power and positive 2x to the 5th power. And notice that that actually makes 0. Okay, so we actually have 0x to the 5th power. I'm just going to cross it out because it made 0, so I don't really need to include it in my answer. Okay, next set of like terms, I see x to the 3rd power. I see another 3rd power right here, so I can add those together. 4x to the 3rd power plus 3x to the 3rd power, and that is 7x to the 3rd power. So I can cross off a and b because they have 9x to the 3rd power, so I see it's either 7x to the 3rd power plus 4 or minus 4. Let's look at the next set of terms and see which one it is. Well, I have positive 10 and negative 6. Those are like terms because those are both constants, just numbers by themselves without x, right? And positive 10 and negative 6, I have more positives, so that's going to make positive 4. So my answer is choice C. In question 3, we are subtracting two polynomials. So 8x to the 3rd power plus 6x minus 3x squared plus 5x. So here, I don't want to just go ahead and add the terms together because both of the terms inside parentheses are being subtracted. So I want to think of subtracting 3x squared and subtracting 5x. So I'm going to rewrite this. I'll keep that first polynomial, 8x to the 3rd power plus 6x, and I'm going to rewrite that second one with negatives because I'm subtracting. So it's minus 3x squared and minus 5x. Okay, important that I switch the 5x to a negative because a common mistake is to just do minus 3x squared and forget that this is also getting subtracted because of the subtraction sign outside of the parentheses that we had to distribute to both terms. Okay, now that I've finished distributing that minus sign, I'm ready to just combine like terms. So the first degree I see is 8x to the 3rd power. Now, I'm looking at the other terms. I see the 1st power, I see the 2nd power, I see the 1st power again. I don't see the 3rd power. There's nothing to combine that with. Okay, so our first term in our answer is going to be 8x to the 3rd power. We can eliminate choice D where it has the 4th power because there's nothing here with the 4th power. And when we're adding and subtracting, the degrees don't change. So 8x to the 3rd power stays 8x to the 3rd power. There was nothing to add to that. So our first term is 8x to the 3rd power, either choice A, B, or C. Now let me look at the next term. okay? I want to go in order from the highest degree to the lowest degree, so I'm going to look at the second power next. Now notice, again, I don't have another second power, so I'm just leaving minus 3x squared, which is what I see in this choice, choice B, and in choice C, okay? So far we just kept this 8x to the third power, and we just kept negative 3x squared, okay? And the last thing we're going to look at is 6x to the first power. Here we have two like terms. This is the first power, and this is the third power. Whoops, sorry about that. This is the first power. Positive 6 and negative 5. That's like 6 minus 5, which is positive 1x. And we see that that is choice